like bragging about my MBTI too much. Cause my joint not like other people's MBTI, straight up. And chat, if y'all don't know, my joint really different. Like, I don't know what an MBTI is. I don't know what it is. What's the MBTI, bro? Welcome back to the Stanley channel, man. Today is gonna be me, it's gonna be chat, and we are reacting to a video from the one and only homie, Tantris Humble. Job searching in 2025 is its own apocalypse. Nope, cap, let's get into it.
If you've ever wondered what it feels like to beg a vending machine for employment, you're not alone.
Okay.
Welcome to Career Corps.
Right.
Please choose your flavor of economic despair.
Okay, what do we have? Make job, burnout blend, entry-level trauma.
Let me get that.
Ship unpaid forever. Whatever. Okay.
Let me get entry-level trauma. You know what I'm saying? Entry-level trauma is really just having a homegirl. Y'all ain't like that. Clock y'all shit. Ooh. If I had to listen to my homegirl, I might as well get paid for it. No cap.
Burnout blend.
Item jam. Please upload
Oh
resume.
my
3
God,
recommendations. And
You know, there are certain grim realities in life that are universally acknowledged. 1. Printer ink is a scam. 2. No one's ever actually met anyone who enjoys networking. And 3. Job hunting in 2025 is less of a process and more of a ritualistic humiliation ceremony, conducted in front of a cold, unblinking algorithm that wouldn't recognize your name if it were tattooed to your forehead in Comic Sans. Hi, I'm here to turn in my application. Where? Like, here? No, not here. Try the portal. Oh man, what? Please upload your resume in docx format. Include 3 letters.
Nah, y'all gotta understand, gang. Back in the day, it was really a time where you could walk into a spot, ask for a job application, and get an interview all within the same breath, gang. All within the same breath. Now, was I alive for that time? Absolutely not. I don't know how old y'all think I am. I just heard about it. But to think that we've come so far from being able to walk in, show yourself, and get a job to now you could put in a job application and 9 times out of 9 it's not even being seen by a human is actually crazy.
Of recommendation, a 90-second video essay, your MBTI type. I know. In order to proceed, click all the squares with tulips. God damn it, the portal's broke! You don't even get the chance to embarrass yourself in a Zoom room anymore. No, now you're rejected before a single human eye ever sees your desperate little PDF. Why? Because over 75% of resumes are immediately deleted by something called an applicant tracking system. A software whose entire personality is soulless.
Stanley, what's your MBTI? Oh, man, my MBTI, man, come on, man. I don't like bragging about my MBTI too much. Cause my joint not like other people's MBTI, straight up. And chat, if y'all don't know, my joint really different. Like, I don't know what an MBTI is. I don't know what it is. What's an MBTI? What's the MBTI, bro? Dead ass though. Do I have to Google it? I'm cracking up. Okay. Myers-Briggs type indicator. The Myers-Briggs type indicator is a self-report questionnaire that makes pseudo-scientific claims to categorize individuals into 16 distinct psychological personality types. I think mine is nonchalant. Why would you do that to me, bro?
Bureaucrat with trust issues, and I thought Karens were enough. Didn't use the term results-oriented, didn't proclaim yourself a self-starter, didn't mention collaboration enough times to qualify as a cult member. Well then, congratulations, Mr. Viewer. You've been thrown into the digital bin for not seducing a keyboard scanner. And if you do make it through the initial robot culling, you'll be thrilled to discover that the entry-level position you're applying for requires 3 years of experience, a master's degree, and possibly divine intervention. Because nothing's...
Now, I've always been of the ilk. to lie. I don't know why it's a hot take, and I don't know why people are even modestly lying. Do you know that people are modestly lying on their job applications? Oh, I'll put that I did this extra work, or I just got this credit, or that I worked at here a couple months longer than I actually did. No, lie about the whole thing. Stop acting like you have a chance. Lie about everything. No cap, bro. I don't care what school you went to. Say you went to Harvard. I don't care. I don't care how many years you actually worked on the project. Say that you did 10 years as the president of whatever thing you're doing. No cap. I need you to say that you were a manager for 6, the president and CEO's boyfriend, daughter, whatever. Like, literally, why are you telling the only thing on your application that should be the truth is your name? And even that is up for debate. I don't know what we're doing. Those 4 years that you did in college, let me tell you something, wasted. You know what I'm saying? Literally lie until you get on the interview. When you get to the interview, lie some more. What are we doing? Lie, get the job, learn how to do the job. I don't care if you were trying to get a McDonald's job, and I don't care if you was trying to do a heart surgery, becoming a doctor, learn on the spot. Hey, and to that first person that I'm a doctor for, my fault, gang. Hey, bro, my fault, gang. No cap, bro. RIP to you.
It says junior role like having run a mid-sized company, managed 6 teams, and spiritually dissociated while, until recently, smiling through a mandatory DEI.
See how Sonny appreciate the
Oh
first
my
time
God,
chat is
Tantris,
dose.
can't believe you would talk about DEI.
But suppose by some miracle you stumble upon a job listing that doesn't sound like a trap. Well, guess what? It probably is. Welcome to the world of ghost jobs. Positions that don't exist, were never going to be filled, and are only online because HR needed something to point to during a Q2 meeting to justify their salary. You might spend hours crafting the perfect cover letter, agonizing over every line, injecting just the right amount of fake enthusiasm even with the help of AI, only for it to be read by yet another AI. That's right. ChatGPT writes your and Resume Bot reads it. The machines are officially talking to each other, guys. And as for you, you're just a soggy meat conduit caught in the middle while 2 code-based entities roleplay late-stage capitalism. I can't wait to not experience the future, guys. How about you? Oh, and should you somehow defy logic, probability, and several natural laws to get an interview? Well, you see, you won't get 1 interview, you'll get 5. 1 with the recruiter who's clearly reading your resume for the first time, 1 with a manager who asks what animal you'd be during the apocalypse, 1 with a panel of emotionally vacant employees who dead-eye stare while you dance for approval, 1 that's an unpaid assignment thinly disguised as free labor, and 1 where you sit in front of your webcam while an AI analyzes your eye movements and vocal tone to determine if you're sufficiently enthusiastic to be exploited for $46,000 a year and participate in vibrant workplace culture. You know, it's like that time I failed an AI interview by blinking too sarcastically.
Blink frequency detected 3 times higher than baseline. Sarcasm level 98%. Conclusion, hostile to synergy.
What?
Subject now appears emotionally unstable. Application status.
That can't be a real thing.
Yes, that's real. It's called HireVue, or Pi-metrics, or some other corporate nonsense that sounds like a failed Silicon Valley dating app. I don't fucking know. They record you answering pre-recorded questions. Then the software breaks you down into data points. How wide you smiled, how fast you blinked, how genuine your voice was when you said, "Ooh, I love collaboration." So what about the result though? A score! Not from a person.
Wow.
From an algorithm.
Wow.
Grading your essence like it's a BuzzFeed quiz called "Which emotionally
I didn't know it
drained
went that
corporate
deep.
drone are you?" Well, I'll tell you what, all of them. And if by fucking some godforsaken fluke you still get the job, well, strap in. The salary range they posted was $40,000 to $120,000, depending on your, quote, experience, end quote, which is corporate speak for, we'll offer you $41,000 and see if you're too desperate to say no.
Right.
Of course, this could have all been avoided, though, if only you'd updated your LinkedIn headline to say something like, empathic thought leader leveraging synergistic disruption. What does that mean? I don't know.
Okay, you kind of just said something. Computers telling us how to be human is crazy. Whoa, you kind of just said something. I'm not going to lie. That is insane. Whoa, that's
but
deep.
Definitely not writer, not editor. That's far too honest and sensical. Get with the program.
Right.
Oh, wait, you can't. Of course, even if you manage to navigate the algorithmic minefield, charm your way past the personality tests, and survive the 47-round interview obstacle course, there's still no guarantee you'll hear anything at all, because silence is now the default rejection. No polite thanks, but no thanks. No, we'll keep your resume on file. Not even a badly formatted Gmail autoresponder. 86% of applications are ignored more than the terms and conditions during an iOS update. And that's not ghosting. That's corporate necromancy. You didn't get rejected. You were never even acknowledged. But here's the real kicker. Let's say you do use an AI tool to help you write resumes or cover letters. Because let's be honest, the entire application process is already being judged by robots anyway, as I mentioned before. Well, turns out that's a cardinal sin, because 54% of hiring managers say they reject you outright if they suspected you use AI to help write your application. The entire hiring system is run by AI, but if you use it, you're cheating. That's not a double standard. That's corporate gaslighting wrapped in a middle finger served on a salad of broken dreams.
So, just to confirm, you didn't use AI to write any of this, right?
Didn't you use AI to read my resume? No. And just in case you were hoping for a quick answer to all of this nonsense, don't hold your breath. The average hiring process now takes 44 days.
Whoa.
That's right, a month and a half of unpaid homework, ghost emails, and personality autopsies, just to find out the role's already been filled by the CEO's nephew. Maybe you still believe there's some kind of nobility in the process, though.
That's why you go wide and not like deep. You get what I'm saying? You don't make the perfect application for one job. You make the perfect application that's good enough to send out to 100 jobs. No cap. You don't go deep, you go wide, okay? As much people as you could possibly fit this application into, that is what you're doing. No cap.
If you just show your passion, someone will recognize your burning desire to spend 8 hours a day color-coding spreadsheets for $19 fucking an hour. Well, let me stop you right there, because passion, ooh, that's a requirement now. You can't just want the job. You need to be in love with it like
Appreciate
a fetish.
That, Kate.
You need to ache for the chance to coordinate cross-functional deliverables and strategize agile pivots.
Well, I don't know. Why don't you just tell us why you're passionate about our brand? What do you like about our brand, man?
Hey, well, just think about it. Just think. Maybe because I need money. But no, you can't say that. That would be honest. And in 2025, honesty is a red flag.
It's SXY all caps.
Once you've proven that you're passionate enough to die for the product roadmap, now comes the part where you prove you're the right culture fit. That's corporate code for, are you willing to speak in vague, cheerful platitudes while suppressing all evidence of your soul? You'll hear phrases like, we are a high-energy team. We believe in radical transparency. We're like a family here. And yes,
just say you also do all of those things.
We're like a family.
Literally, you got to understand. Say you do all of those things. Act like you do all those things for about the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks. After that, it becomes inconvenient for them to fire you and find somebody else. Go back to normal. It doesn't matter. Literally just go back to it. Literally doesn't matter. They're going to deal with you. They're going to be a little fed up. They're not going to mess with you, but they're not going to fire you because it's literally too annoying to try and find somebody else to fill your position. Do it. Act like it for 3 weeks. And then afterwards, go back to being yourself. No cap. But you got to lock in, though, at the beginning.
Sure. A dysfunctional, gaslighting, passive-aggressive family that fires you for tweeting something mildly off-brand.
This stream's about jobs in 2025.
And you know what else was a tight-knit family, guys? Jonestown. But let's say you make it all the way to the offer stage. Congratulations, you survived. They're ready to welcome you to the team with the 24-slide onboarding deck, a passive-aggressive Slack channel. Oh, and before your paycheck clears, you're attending your first mandatory wellness webinar called Dealing with Burnout by Smiling More. This makes me want to smile as much as a Victorian child in a coal mine. And if all that sounds like too much to handle, don't worry. Gen Z's got a workout for that, guys. It's called career catfishing. Roughly 1 in 3 Gen Z workers now accept job offers they never even planned to show up for. It's like a girl ghosting a Tinder date, but with HR paperwork. Yeah! A final,
I did not know
thanks
that.
to a system that demands your time, your energy, and your dignity in exchange for a company mug and a job title that reads like a Mad Libs accident. Junior Integrated Growth Champion. Remote 3 days on site. And you know what? I don't even blame them. It's probably the most emotionally healthy response to the modern job market I've seen in years. Because after months of rejection, ghosting, fake listings, and algorithmic judgment, what you're left with isn't a job. It's a trauma bond with Indeed.com. But don't worry. Just remember to smile during your asynchronous interview. The AI loves it when you smile. But as always, Scrutly Mutley.
Yeah, jobs in 2025 are F. Become a content creator, gang. It's fun on this side. You feel what I'm saying? Life's great over here, as you can see. No, I'm joking. I'm stressed out. I'm actually extremely stressed out. With that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Peace.